Today's topic is basically a specific speed. Okay, this specific speed is not only related to the Pelton turbine, but it is related to all type of turbine. Okay, even when we will move in the power absorbing devices also. Okay, at that time also you this specific speed will come into account. Okay, now before going to what is the significance of this specific speed, let's understand first what is meant by this specific speed. Okay, so let's say uh, we have a turbine. Okay, one of the turbine we are having. Okay, it is having some buckets. Okay, of a particular dimensions. Okay, and geometrically also it has some design. Okay, now if we are going to design another turbine which is similar to this one. Okay, now similar in what kind? In terms of, okay, in terms of shape. Okay, in terms of geometry. Okay, in terms of gate opening or blade angles. Okay, and lot many different factors are there. Okay, so if we say that this turbine, okay, if this turbine we have designed which is identical to this one in terms of shape, geometrical construction, then gate opening, blade angle. Okay, then whatever the speed, okay, whatever the speed this turbine is generating, okay, this turbine is generating, that speed is known as a specific speed. But when it is going to generate unit power, that means power equal to 1 kilowatt. Okay, and with the head of 1 meter. Okay, both turbines are identical. This is having something speed. Okay, with something power, something head. Okay, and if we have designed another turbine, okay, which is having similar shape, similar geometry, similar gate opening, blade angles, etc. Okay, then whatever this turbine is having the speed, that speed is known as a specific speed, but only when it is going to generate 1 kilowatt of power under a head of 1 meter. Then that speed is known as a specific speed. Did you understood this? Yes.
Ma'am, why this concept is needed?
Yes, I'll tell you. Just understand first what is the definition, then we will go to the significance. Okay, पहले बस एक concept ध्यान में रखो कि ये क्या है. Okay, once you will understand the definition, we will move to the significance, that why we are doing this. Okay, so did you understood this? So we are having turbines. Okay, both are having same shape, same dimension, same geometry, same blade angles. Okay, and this is having some other speed, power, h. Okay, but one of the turbine, if it is giving you 1 kilowatt of power and 1 meter of head, then that turbine will give you the power which is equal to the specific speed, or whatever the speed it is giving you, it is known as a specific speed. Why? Because it is giving you 1 kilowatt of power under a head of 1 meter. Okay, or we can define the specific speed as speed of the turbine. Okay, which is an identical, which is same in a shape, geometry, blade angles, gate openings. Okay, with this actual turbine, but in such a way that it is going to develop 1 kilowatt of power under a head of 1 meter. Did you understood this? इतनी चीजें याद रखो.
And number of buckets will also be same.
What you're saying?
Number of buckets.
Yes, number of bucket can also be same. It depends actually. Okay, but in terms of geometrical dimension, it doesn't mean that it should be same. It can be in a ratios. Okay, can be in a ratio. Okay, now let's come to why this is important, why this specific speed is important. Okay, this specific speed is basically used to compare different turbines. Okay, also it is used when we are uh, designing, okay, compare turbines of different types. Okay. When we are designing, or when we are going to what you can say, uh, design the turbine for a particular plant, at that time for selection of the turbine, what type of turbine you should use. Okay, so at that time this specific speed plays an important role. Okay, also it will help you to predict the performance. Okay, so another significance is to predict performance. Okay, so let's say you have designed a turbine. Okay, let's say you have designed the Pelton turbine. Okay, simple Pelton turbine you have designed. Okay, um, but practically what is happening, let's say head which you are having, it is not for that limit, that means for the limit of that Pelton wheel. Okay, it is lesser than that, let's say it is lesser than that. Okay, so you may have to redesign the, or you have to select the turbine for the same performance. Okay, let's say you have designed first the Pelton turbine, okay, which is giving you very good performance. Okay, performance means basically what, again you are talking about the efficiency. Okay, so let's say it is giving you good efficiency, good overall efficiency. Okay, and if you want the turbine to be installed in a particular place with the same performance. Okay, but let's say head is less. Okay, for Pelton turbine the head should be very high. Okay, but now available head is very less, but you want the same uh, performance. So what you can do, you can use this specific speed. Okay, so that you can select now what type of turbine you should use. Okay, what type of turbine means what? You can use either Francis turbine, you can use Kaplan turbine or propeller turbine. Okay, so this is how basically you can select based on the range of the specific speed. Now let's see what is the ranges of the specific speed. Okay, specific speed, and based on it, the turbines. Okay, let's say your specific speed is 8.5 to 30. Okay, so this is in SI unit, of course. Okay, because if you are using another unit, like means instead of kilowatt you are using some other, or instead of meter you are using centimeter or other thing, this of course the value will change. Okay, so let's say your specific speed is in between 8.5 to 30. Okay, then the turbine which you should use is a Pelton turbine. Okay, but with only one jet. Okay, and let's say it moves further from 30 to 51. Okay, then you should select the turbine, again the Pelton turbine, but the number of jets should be 2. Okay, or maybe more. Okay, or can be more number of jet, depend on the availability of the nozzle which you are having. Okay, then further, if the specific speed comes in between 51 to 225, then you should select the Francis turbine. Okay, and if it is 255 to 860, then either Kaplan or propeller. Okay, so as I said, let's say you have done some designing, theoretical designing, okay, and you have got the performance, very good performance, and you want the same performance, okay, or let's say you've got the project, okay, to design a turbine, and you have tested over that turbine again, okay, you have made some modifications so that you will get the very good performance, okay, then with that performance, okay, if you want to install actually a turbine near a dam, particular dam, okay, but at that dam, let's say your head is less, okay, head is less, so you definitely you can't use this Pelton turbines, okay, or maybe this may happen that you may not use this one jet of the turbine, okay, so with the same performance, what you want to select the turbine, which type of turbine you can use now, okay, so for that what you can do, using the data of this Pelton turbine which you have tested earlier, okay, using that, what you can do, find the specific speed, okay, then check in which range your specific speed will come, and based on it, select the turbine which you can install at your particular place. Okay, so this is how basically you can compare the different, you can select the turbine first thing, okay, also you can compare the performance of the different turbines. Let's say you are having two different turbines, okay, Francis turbine and Pelton turbine, basically both are having different construction, different heads, different, everything is different, okay, right, geometry is different, so how you can compare now, okay, so for the comparison purpose, again, specific speed will help you. Okay, so specific speed will basically will help you to compare the performance which will give you the better performance. Okay, so this is what the significance or the use of this specific speed. Did you understood this? Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
So did you understood this or not? If any doubt, ask me. I'll try to solve. If somewhere maybe because this is a little bit complicated term. If I don't know, I'll definitely will try to search over this and will let you know whatever your doubt is. Okay, shall I move forward then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So now, as we have defined that specific speed is a speed for the identical turbine which gives you 1 kilowatt of power. Now understand, remember one thing, that this power should always be in a kilowatt, okay, and head should be always in a 1 meter, okay. So now let's derive the formula, because of course the formula will be required whenever you are comparing any type of turbine, right? So for this, what we are basically expecting, the overall efficiency, right? So let's see what is overall efficiency now. Overall efficiency is equal to shaft power upon the water power, right? So you can also write it as, let's say, P, I'm reducing it down to P, okay, divide by water power, that is rho Q GH, okay. Now, as you are taking this power in a kilowatt, we must divide this by 10,000, okay, then only this will be in a kilowatt, right? Now from this, what you can see, how you can, we can rearrange this, right? That is, power is equal to overall efficiency multiplied by rho QGH divided by 1000, right? Also, we can write that this power is directly proportional to what now? Okay, what we want this overall performance, okay, overall efficiency to be same, right? So this is now constant, right? Rho is constant, of course. Okay. Then another thing, Q is not constant. Okay, because discharge, of course, it is going to be changed. Okay. G again constant, and head again going to be changed. So we can write this power. It should be directly proportional to Q and H. 1000 is again the constant. Okay. We are keeping the overall efficiency same. Okay. Because we are comparing for this. Right. So we can write this power should be directly proportional to Q and H. Okay. Now, let me give this as equation number 1. Okay. Now what is Q? Q is equal to area into velocity, right? Area into velocity. So let me write this as area for the nozzle, okay, into velocity of the jet. Okay. Now, we know very well that what is area? Area is equal to pi by 4 d square. Okay. So again, we can write this area is directly proportional to d square. Okay. So we can write this Q is equal to, okay, sorry, not equal to, we can write it as Q directly proportional to d square into V1, right? But again, if we see here, V1 is equal to under root of 2GH into CV, right? So we can write once again, V1 is directly proportional to under root of H, because G and CV is constant again, right? So we can keep this, put this value over here, right? So we can write that Q is directly proportional to d square multiplied by under root of H. Okay. One more thing, we know jet ratio. Okay. What is jet ratio? Diameter of the wheel to the diameter of the jet. Right. Now, this jet ratio is going to be constant. Again, it is a number, right? So it is constant. Okay. So we can write this d is directly proportional to diameter of the wheel. So again, we can put this value over here, and we can write Q is directly proportional to d square under root of H. Right? Okay. Now one more thing. Let me give this as number 2. Okay. You know very well U. Okay. Now what is U? U depends on the velocity of the jet, right? Okay. It depends on the velocity of the jet. जितना आपका jet का velocity होगा, of course, definitely your U will be proportional to that. Okay. So you can write U is directly proportional to V. Okay. But you know very well that this V1 is directly proportional to what? Under root of H. Okay. So you can write U is directly proportional to under root of H. Okay. But what is U again? U is equal to pi d n upon 60. Okay. So you can again write here U is directly proportional to d and n. Okay. So let's put this value over here, and what we can get? We will get d n directly proportional to under root of H. Okay. So here you can see we can find the value for d. Okay. So from here, d is directly proportional to under root of H upon n. Simply I have shifted this n on the other side. Okay. Now let's put this value of the d in the equation number 2. So you can write Q is equal to under root of H upon n, as this is square. So let's square it, under root of H. Okay. Let's simplify this. That is H raised to 3 by 2 divided by n square. Okay. Now we have got the value for the Q. Okay, sorry, this should be directly proportional, okay, not equal. So let's put this value in equation number 1. Put in equation 1. Okay, so what we will get? P is directly proportional to h raised to 3 by 2 upon n square multiplied by h. Right? So again, let's simplify this, or let's multiply this. So we can write that P is directly proportional to h raised to 5 by 2 by n square. Right? Now, as per the definition of the specific speed, what is specific speed? The specific speed, okay, it should be at 1 kilowatt of power, okay, and 1 meter head. Okay, so when you will get the specific speed, when it is generating 1 kilowatt of power under a head of 1 meter of head. Okay, so if your power is equal to 1 kilowatt and h is equal to 1 meter, then your n will be equal to ns, right? So let's put this in this equation number 3. Okay, so let's say power is equal to 1. Put in equation 3. So power equal to 1, and so that is directly proportional, right? Directly proportional to your h is equal to 1 again. So it is 5 by 2 divided by ns. Okay, let's remove this constant of proportional, by constant of proportionality. So 1 equal to, let's say, k. Okay, now this will become 1 and divided by ns square. Okay, so from here we can say that this k is equal to ns square, right? So constant of proportionality, we have got that it is equal to ns square. Okay, now we can write this power equal to k h raised to 5 by 2 n square. Now put this value of k over here, and what we will get? It is equal to ns square h 5 by 2 by n square. Right? Let me write it down once again. So your power is equal to ns square h raised to 5 by 2, okay, divided by n square. Right? This is what we have got up to now. Okay, now we have got this equation, right? Now let's find the value for ns. That is, ns is equal to, everything will be in under root because this is square, right? So power multiplied by n square divided by h raised to 5 by 2. Okay, let's take this n out of the under root. Okay, and we can write this as under root of power divided by this h raised to 5 by 4. Okay, I have took this as 1 by 2. Okay, and you can write it as h raised to 5 by 4. So this is what your formula for ns, specific speed, keeping in mind that this power should be in a kilowatt and head should be in a meter. Okay, so let's say if you are having a turbine, okay, which is giving you very good performance, okay, and if you want to design the another turbine with the same performance, what you can do? You can take the speed of that turbine, which you have already designed, power of that turbine in a kilowatt, head for that turbine in a meter, and find how much will be the specific speed for that turbine. Okay, so once you have got the specific speed for that, using that specific speed, you can design the another turbine. Okay, let's say if you want, let's say your first turbine is there. Okay, and it is having the speed of, let's say, 1000 rpm. Okay, and power, it is giving you 4 kilowatt. Okay, these are random values, I'm so sorry. Okay, and head is, let's say, 300 meters. Okay, and you want the turbine to be designed which is giving you the same performance which this turbine is giving. Okay, so from here you are supposed to find the ns. Okay, and then using this ns you can design the second turbine for a particular speed or for particular power under a particular head. Okay, so see here, let's say you want the another turbine which is giving you the power of, let's say, 10 kilowatt. Okay, with the head of 100 meter. Okay, so what you can do, you can use this ns and find the rpm for that. Once you have found the rpm, you can design the whole turbine. Okay, of course this is not the only enough thing, that is specific speed is not the only enough thing to find the remaining data. You will need the unit quantities also. Okay, you need quantities and different another formulas also. Okay, but this is very important. Okay, which from where you can start the comparison or you can start the designing of the identical turbine. Okay, did you understood this? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.